did you realize how susceptible you might have been because of what you shared there, just feeling alone and feeling a loss of connection with family?
I don't think I realized how vulnerable I was at the time and how vulnerable so many people in our community are until the story started to unravel in the making of the documentary. I trust in this person, so having that trust evaded was what made me conscious of my vulnerability, actually.
Like I said, on the surface, it seems like a reasonable idea. Listen, a place where people go and find each other of a like background or a like experience. When I started reading your story, I instantly thought about all the commercials I've seen on Christian Mingle or farmersmeet.com and all of these different uh, apps and websites where people are looking for someone with a similar background, mostly because you just want to feel safe in this dating world and know that you have a connection. Is that what you were looking for from this service? Because it is a very unique one, being India's first and only gay marriage bureau, I guess is what it's called.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. And I think that for me, the journey of losing my family had left a void in terms of cultural connection for me. And so when I heard about this bureau and we started to explore it, I thought, yeah, why not sign up? Because perhaps this is the way that I find family and that cultural connection.
You say the first things that tipped you off were the profiles that she sent you. What was unusual about the profiles?
For me, when I wrote my profile, I was trying to find myself a life partner. And so I sold myself and I wrote about myself in a way that I hoped would attract somebody that would find my personality appealing. So I really brought out my personality in my profile write up. This is the biggest pitch of your life, right? This is your life partner. So there's no bigger pitch than this. So I went for it. And what was concerning was it was taking a period of months before profiles were coming in to myself and another person that was also in the documentary story we were following. But from my experience, the profiles that came in, I received 2 profiles, and both of them sounded very strange in the way that they were written. They didn't seem to be written in a way that was designed to attract a partner. They seem to be sort of underselling themselves.
You would notice that because you're a journalist, so what I call our spidey senses start to go off because you're a writer. And you were experiencing it firsthand by trying to, as you said, sell yourself. You're on a dating site. You're going to say, "This is what I do. This is what I'm into." You're putting your best foot forward, as it is described. So in February, after a year of working with that site, you confronted Irvi on Skype. We have that confrontation. Let me play that.
Currently, we don't have a single piece of evidence that your organisation is legitimate and has matched anybody. We've really trusted you. I sincerely hope that nobody else signs up to your service and goes through this experience, because it's awful. You are responsible for every single person out there that is essentially being manipulated and parting with their own cash in the hope of love, because they have very few or no other routes to access that.
That's all I can say Reeta. I'm so sorry.
Is the Bureau real and offering a legitimate service?
Reeta, trust me, the Bureau is 100% legitimate and real.
So, Reeta, that was her answer, but in her face, you could see there was a breakdown. She felt busted. When you had that confrontation and revealed your identity and what you had discovered, what did you see in her response to you? Did you see regret? Did you see the sorrow or whatever she professes in her reaction?
So I was very alarmed that she stayed on the call for as long as she did. And there were many times when I thought she would admit that it was a scam, as you've seen in that clip. However, there was an apology, but following on, there's not been any further evidence that the organisation is legitimate.